First, live, local. This is Fox 12 Now.
Hello everyone, this is Fox 12 Now. I'm Greg Nibbler. Thank you for joining us. As always, we appreciate you being here with us here every weekday. We start around 1 p.m. and then we go throughout the afternoon, bringing you all kinds of different segments, interviews, breaking news, should that happen, deeper dives, a lot of things here on the show. We are at KPTV.com. You can click on the Fox 12 Now tab or on YouTube, another great way to watch us. So however it is, we appreciate it. But today we are going to be playing a segment that was actually recorded out at Urban Gleaners. And I want to give you a little bit of context for this. You can probably read the names that are there below that are going to be joining us, but Urban Gleaners is an organization in Southeast Portland, and what they do is help to repurpose and save food that would otherwise be wasted or thrown away, and use that to actually help feed a lot of people. It's a very involved organization. They partner with a lot of other companies around the city, around the county, and even with farms, and we'll go into that here in this interview that you're going to be seeing. But really, you think about food that maybe is misshapen or something like that that's just not selling, that could go to waste but is perfectly good. That's an example of something that they will take from, say, a Trader Joe's or another store like that. They'll bring it into their shop, their organization, and then send it back out to places where people can go get free food and free good food and make meals out of that. So just one, again, small example of part of what they do. I think it's 25,000 pounds of food that they save per day. So really incredible stuff. And they have a big event coming up. It's on August 25th. Just want to make sure I get my details, from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Red on Salmon. And what they're going to be doing is taking 10 celebrity chefs from around Portland and having them create different dishes based on food that they have saved there at Urban Gleaners. Tyler Malik from Salt and Straw is one of the people. Gregory Gourdet is one of the people who is right there in this lower third that you can see. Gregory Gourdet, of course, the owner of Con, and definitely a Portland celebrity chef. And so we got to talk to Gregory and Nico, who is the executive director of Urban Gleaners, just about their organization, a little bit about what they do. And it's a very busy setting where we're at during this interview, so you'll see some action in the background, but I really wanted to focus on their thoughts on this, and just to start off really in the interview, just about that sense of community and how many people and organizations all work together to help make this happen, save this food, and also feed a lot of people in the process. So let's jump right into it. Here it is. This is our interview with Gregory and Nico. Talk about Urban Gleaners and just all this amazing work that you do. And I think one of the things that really stands out to me, it's feeding everybody, feeding so many different people with this, but also working with your partners, the community, stores, chefs, board holders, executive director, all of that, everybody working together. And I feel like that's kind of a unique thing here in Portland. Do you feel that way? Do you feel like a real partnership with everybody else that's working with this?
I mean, yes. I think Portland's always been based on community, and I think our challenges are very apparent. So it's really hard to step outside and not have a sense of wanting to help your community. So especially with me, I work in food at restaurants. We've been able to donate some food to Urban Gleaners, but it's critical. We take so much time to prepare food. People take so much time to grow food. So much energy goes into just producing that. So why would you want to go to waste when there's evidence of hunger all around us? So I think it's a really critical program that's really important, and I'd love to see this happening more states around the country. I know this exists in other states, but it'd be cool to see it even more states.
Yeah, and Nico, I think one of the things that I was pretty surprised with is just how much does go to waste.
Yeah.
How much food is out there, and you just don't even think about it. For a lot of people, it's not something you realize that, okay, those bad-looking potatoes or whatever, that I know it's a small example, but, that's food. That's something that somebody can eat, and it may get wasted.
Yeah, 40% of the food that's produced in the United States goes to waste, which is just insane. That's 3 times over that. That could feed the country over 3 times. So it's really amazing getting to work with people like Gregory, being on our board, and just having the whole sense of community together, and having the people in the restaurant industry show up for this type of work is just super critical to getting things done.
Yeah, and you look at an event like this, that you have coming up. How important is that for showcasing and getting the word out about what you do here in the community and what you're doing here with Urban Gleaners?
I think from a chef perspective, it shows that you can make amazing things with, food that is probably not perfect, but still healthy, nutritious, and still just as delicious. And you don't have to be a fancy chef to make good food out of things that, are imperfect or, just, a little bit used, but things are still nutritious, delicious, super safe, super healthy. We're getting donations from incredible places, including all our local farms. So it's top-notch food, and hopefully we can inspire people to do the same thing at home.
Yeah, I mean, and we looked at that board here earlier. I know we've got a shot of that just showing all those different people working. I do have another question just about this event coming up. Now, I heard from what you were saying earlier, beets and barbecue sauce,
Yes.
which is an interesting combination. So I'm sure you can't give away everything, but what? Oh, all right, perfect. All right, exclusive. Give it away, please.
Barbecue beets a couple times, and I think it's really fun. At Con, we have a big hearth. I love barbecue, and actually we have a bunch of barbecue sauce so I'm gleaning for myself, and some really beautiful beets. I think it makes sense. It'll be vegan, so everyone can enjoy it. It'll be pretty fun.
Nice. And you've got your other chefs too that are going to be making things out of just food that comes in here, right? So it's all going to be gleaned food, obviously. Has there been a bit of a challenge? I mean, you had your eye on that, but have people been kind of eyeing certain ingredients and maybe hoarding them?
It's actually amazing to see how everything came together. We kind of gave everyone a list of here's some kind of normal items that come through, especially this time of year, and everybody really sectioned out and made their own dishes super unique. It's going to be a really fun full spectrum tasting event. We have stuff from halibut cheeks to burgers from Shake Shack, and really fun vegan and vegetarian options. It's going to be great, and some really cool gleaned cocktails from Straightaway Cocktails. It's going to be really amazing. There's this drink with tomato water. It's going to be really cool to try.
I'm hungry, actually. I'm honestly hearing all that. Well, I think the last thing I wanted to bring up too is just for everybody out there, who either wants to get involved, obviously with the event, that's a great opportunity, but there's plenty of opportunity to help out Urban Gleaners or get involved, whether it's donating food, somebody who needs food, or otherwise. What's the best way for them to get involved?
Yeah, well, right now we're actually looking for a lot of farm volunteers. We just started a new project where we're working with 7 farms this summer, where we're going on farm and we're gleaning extra produce that those farmers aren't able to get themselves. So we're looking for people to come out, and you learn a new skill. You get to come out and actually harvest on the farm, and then all that produce goes to all of our free food markets.
So this is actual food that would just go to waste, stay on the vine, I guess, literally.
Time or get tilled over or potentially composted, and now it's actually getting to go fresh to a market.
That is great. So if there's a farm out there, this would be a great opportunity to join on and become the 8th farm.
I'll be a farmer.
Yeah.
That's maybe my opportunity.
Yeah, exactly.
There it is. All right. Well, thank you both, and thanks for everything that you're doing here. And again, really incredible work, and just happy to see this grow and help everybody out.
Thanks so much.
Thanks. All right, as you can hear there in the background as the beeping, that is an active place where a lot of different food is being brought in there constantly. But we appreciate some time there with Gregory and Nico just to go over that and learn a little bit more about the organization and just what they're doing. And as they mentioned, plenty of ways to get involved, including this big event that is coming up on August 25th. So you can take a look there and pick up some tickets for that. 10 different celebrity chefs all making different concoctions. I'm still not sure what barbecued beets would taste like, but if he's making it, I'm sure it's going to be pretty good. So you can check all of that out, like I mentioned, from Urban Gleaners. And thanks for joining us here for Fox 12 Now. We do appreciate you tuning in. We cover a wide range of things here throughout the afternoon, every single day. And this is just being one of them, coming up at 1:30 p.m. today, if you are watching live, which is in about 15 minutes. I had to check my clock. We're going to be talking to Oregon State University about a landmark study that they've just completed. It took them 20 years to do, and it's mapping the electrical grid of the United States. I'm not just talking about the human side of electrical grid. I'm talking about geothermal, all kinds of stuff that goes into potential places to harness new energy, potential ways that energy could be obstructed, and even ways to prevent electromagnetic pulse attacks on our system. I mean, there's a lot involved in this, and they're going to be discussing why this map is so important and how much it can really benefit everyone going forward. So that's, again, coming up at 1:30. We'll be talking about that. If you ever have an idea for a segment, feel free to send me an email, fox12now@kptv.com, fox12now@kptv.com. We're always happy to take a look and see if it's something that we can cover or find out more information for you. But we'll take a break right now, regroup. I'll talk to you here shortly. I'm Greg Nibbler. This is Fox 12 Now.